This is the book of Psalms, 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rechakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, as well as the men that taught them, and peace and blessings unto the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. This is Brother Tazu Pie here with your daily lunch special, and today we're going to be serving up some government shutdown, all right? And as it appears, we're currently in the process of the government reopening, which it seems that all of this may have been, all right, it appears that all of this may have been for nothing. All right, but as we know, and I quote Rahm Emanuel on this pretty often, but you never let a good crisis go to waste. All right, and this was an excellent crisis. All right, one that was orchestrated and one that served, I'm sure, more than a few agendas, and I'm still waiting for the developments, all right? So this is all new as of right now, and I don't like to just, jump in to give my opinion. I want to take in all the facts, but, all right, I do have this video. Let's look at this video right quick.
Committee advances a Senate-passed package to reopen the government. The committee voting along party lines early this morning in an 8-4 vote. The full House, they will have to take a procedural vote on the rule as soon as this evening before moving to the vote to a final passage of the legislation.
If it becomes law, the government will reopen and furloughed workers will return to their jobs. Alex is in the newsroom breaking this all down. Alex.
Eric and Alexis, the longest federal government shutdown in U.S. history could be over within days. Today, the House is set to vote on a stopgap funding bill that's already through the Senate. President Trump is signaling he will sign it. If the government reopens, how long will it take for things to get back to normal? Many are asking that question now that the shutdown appears close to ending. Today, the House is set to vote on a stopgap funding bill that's already through the Senate. The president is signaling he'd sign it. If that happens, officials say SNAP benefits could resume promptly.
It appears that we're on a glide path up in Washington where the SNAP benefits.
So this is all just a game, and I said this from the beginning. This is the Democrats and the Republicans, all right, playing politics, all right? And it seems like I heard Jimmy Dore saying pretty much the same thing. Bill O'Reilly said pretty much the same thing. And again, all right, I'm taking everything into consideration, and Lord willing, we'll have some info for you tomorrow, all right, on the Thursday Watch, all right, dealing with this government shutdown because, all right, it does serve several agendas. All right, they just had a election or a vote, when it was last week, and so, these are just some of the things that people are saying. All right, that with the election or the vote that they had last week, that it basically serves the purpose of the Democrats. All right, and it helps them out. And now that, that this shutdown is ending, all right, it's just them wanting to be able to have plausible deniability. All right, so the Republicans can blame the Democrats can blame the Republicans, and which, they've been doing that already on this issue. The one side blaming the other. All right, and then in the meantime, you, the people, get absolutely nowhere. You get no answers, you get no understanding, and you're stuck in the mud. All right, they're eating. Y'all the ones that's not eating. Y'all the ones that went to vote for them people. Y'all didn't eat. They got food. I mean, shit, they got more food than you could even imagine. All right. They done stocked these underground cities. They got food for years. All right? And not to mention what they got, in their homes. They're eating. All right? So this is no, there's no urgency for them. All right? This is you. All right? This is the American taxpayer. All right? And this is their sentiment. And, yeah, get offended. This is their sentiment. Fuck you. All right, the American taxpayer. Give us your money and get out of our way. And we'll do as we wish with your tax dollars. All right? And so now you're going to see a lot of people go back to sleep because of this. And a truck driver already said, the stores are having to be restocked with, he said, chips and soda. It was chips and something. All right, just junk food. All right, he said that this is what people are buying now that the the bans have been lifted. All right. He said before that, when the government was officially shut down, he said that, people was buying real food. And he say now he noticed that it's a lot of chips and junk food. All right, but this is your American populace. All right, this is your public school system at work. All right, don't ever say that the school system failed. All right, doesn't work. It works perfectly. All right, and I see its fruit every day. I see the fruit of the public school system here in America every day. All right, and the government is not broken. It's working just fine. Everything is working by design.
Benefits will be fully honored, hopefully, by the end of this week.
That's likely a relief for the more than 40 million Americans who rely on SNAP for food.
I'm trying to do my best to shield my daughter from how concerned I am, but at the same time, she is seeing the difference in our cupboards. She's seeing the difference in her meals.
The timeline for air travel returning to normal is less certain. The FAA is still forcing flight cancellations due to air traffic controller shortages. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says they'd get 70% of their back pay within 48 hours of the government reopening. But
I'm concerned that we're not going to have on day one controllers come back into the towers right away.
Duffy says he'll rely on data to decide when the FAA can lift shutdown-related flight restrictions.
We're trying to manage risk in the system to make sure people fly and fly safely.
And so Democrats largely oppose the stopgap bill because it doesn't guarantee that certain Obamacare subsidies won't expire. If Congress does...
All they're doing is making problems. And this is what the founding fathers, and they was wicked as hell, but this is what they were trying to prevent. Big, out of control government, all right? Doing what's best in their interest and not the interest of the people, all right? And now they're just causing confusion, all right? For nothing, all right? Just for them to get their party to get an upper hand on some bullshit, all right? This is what they're playing politics. All right? So you could be mad at Trump. Trump can send you to, point you to Chuck Schumer. They ping-ponging the blame. All right? And y'all just in the audience just looking just like the people, your head going back and forth. And you just sitting there. All right? But it's Psalm 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And this was all just this is an orchestration. All right, a lie. All right, it's because if they can open it now, they could have opened it a fucking month ago. You know, the issues were not resolved. None of the issues that they claim that they shut the government down for were resolved. And this is only good to the end of January. All right? It's a stopgap. That's why you heard them say stopgap. All right? This is only going to fuel you people for another 2.5 months. All right? Give or take. A little over 2.5 months. All right? And then what? We come back to this confusion. We revisit this same confusion. All right? They're not, and that's what they was trying to prevent. All right? They being the founding fathers. Government never, big government never solves the problems or the issues of the common man. They create them. All right? Now here verse 4 says, their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of the charmers, charming never so wisely. Break their teeth, O Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, in their mouth. Break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Lord. All right. So, what this is saying here, they're poison, right? The poison of their doctrine, ideologies, philosophy, the lies that they speak are the very poison. All right. Oh, we can't fund the government, but that money went to Argentina. Money never stopped going to Israel. Never. And money's still going to Ukraine. But again, fuck you taxpayers here in Babylon. All right? And I'm saying it like that on purpose. Fuck y'all. And that's not my sentiment. That's the sentiment of those who you voted for. All right? So I'm going to end it right there. Till your next one. Stay up. Shalom.